Hey everybody, welcome to Monday Night Live. So excited to be with all of you tonight on the first Monday of October. So many exciting things going on this month. And so I'm going to get started because I do not think I'll be able to keep this to the 30-minute time limit tonight. So just be prepared. It's going to be a lot of great stuff. Okay, I need to figure out how to share this. Sorry, guys, this is my first time using Canva. So there we go. All right, everybody see that? Thumbs up. All right, here we go. So we're going to be talking about creating new business builders tonight, igniting momentum on your team. And I just love that word ignite, right? Who does not want to ignite momentum on their team? So from the last calls we've had here, probably over the last 6 to 9 months, we've talked quite a bit about casting vision, duplication, right? Things like the importance of a welcome calls, getting every single new join on a call with your sponsor or with yourself. Asking the magic question, if you're loving your products, are you open to sharing with other people in your life? Always sharing incentives, the bonuses, right? This month, it is the Nikes. Who's excited about the Nikes? I didn't think I could be so excited about a pair of shoes, but you better believe I am getting both pairs, one for my husband, one for myself. And so share that with people. And you're doing events, right? Events are going to lead to growth on your team. And then, of course, always the famous phrase, casting vision, so important. But tonight, I want to talk to you about something a little bit different, kind of a twist on this, because about a year ago now, I realized that I really needed new growth on my team. I was fully stuck in management mode. I'm a person of control. And so, just going along happily, really not realizing my faults and, trying to raise up my leaders, probably controlling them too much at that point. And, as you can see, I had 4 different legs on my team at that point that were growing their business. And here's December where I realized ooh, my points are staying the same. I don't like this. I need new growth on my team. And so that was a light bulb moment for me. And so what happens is I worked really hard, started diving into duplication, casting vision. How does this work? Started sending out bold business messages, getting people on Zooms. And look what happened. About 4 months later, I had 3 brand new legs on my team. I had a senior gold. I had, and these are consecutive months, which is crazy. I love tracking these timelines, but it was April, May, June. I had a senior gold, gold. And so that was amazing. And then what I realized is there's a little bit of a break, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to do it again, because these people were starting to understand the process already and how this works. They were starting to fly. And so I was like, okay, well, if I want to continue to move forward, I need to bring on new growth. And so I did, worked really hard again. And this past month of September, I had 4 rank ups on my team. I had a brand new silver, a brand new senior silver, and senior silver. So I have 3 more legs that I'm adding to my team. One of these gals was actually part of another leg that I tap rooted into. I'll talk a little bit more about her later. But as you guys can see, I now have 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 legs of my team. I desire to grow a wide team. I want a balanced team. I don't want a teetering team. And so I'm always bringing in, new joins, casting the vision, creating business builders so that I can grow wide and then start to grow deep as well. So just for your reference, here's the rank ups from last month: silver and 3 senior silvers. And also, I added a new runner to my team. I think it was on the very last day of the month. She's been a dream teamer of mine for years. I was actually shocked when she joined me. I'm so excited to run with her. And so it's just a crazy month for myself and my team. And so you're probably wondering, what did she do? How did she do this? What is she doing over there? And yes, I'm going to share more with you on this tonight. But I also want to take a step back a second and talk about why, because we need to have the why behind what we're doing, right? And so why are we even spending time creating new business builders? What is this about? Why is this important? Well, you guys, duplication is 1/4 of your business. It's one fourth of the piece of the puzzle, of the pie, right? We have recruiting, first, fourth, bringing in people to your team, helping them love their products. Retention, same thing, helping them love their products, keep them on long-term product users. And then duplication, right? There it is. It's recruiting is addition. Duplication is multiplication. Which one grows faster? Multiplication, right? Duplication. And so it's taking those happy product users and helping them help other people in their life, showing them the potential of what this can do for them. And then of course, the last fourth is leadership. Our business is a revolving door. There's going to be people that are coming in and people that are leaving, not only in the products, but with the opportunity as well. You know, I think about my last 4 years, and not every single person that started and went silver, senior silver, gold, ruby is still with me. Some will be in for the long haul, but some may not. And so that's why it's so important that you're constantly bringing in new people through the door, right? Onto your team, into your business, into your funnel, so that when the other people fall off, life gets hard, they decide this isn't for them, it's not going to feel as detrimental. Why create new business builders? Well, the team that got you to the rank you are now may not be the team that gets you to the next rank. And when I first heard that, I was like, oh, that's so sad. But you guys, the truth is life happens, right? We all go through different seasons of life. And some of these people you have on your team, you may link arms with them for long term, but many you probably won't. So you have to be able to take ownership and say, okay, it's my job to go out and do my work and focus on what I can do to get myself to the next rank. And that's going to be by helping other people. Guys, creating new business builders is going to create so much new momentum on your team. And who doesn't want to be in momentum? It's exciting, it's fun, right? And so you need to go and create this for yourself and for your team. And in return, it's going to inspire your current working team. Those who maybe are putting their feet up and are saying, I'm just going to glide for a while, or those who are deciding, I just don't really want to work right now. They're going to be watching you. And when they see you over there exploding, bringing on new workers and creating new silvers and senior silvers and golds, they're going to wonder what you're doing, and they're going to eventually get back on board with you. And then lastly, guys, it is fun. It is so fun to do this with others. Christina and Brittany always say, like, they don't want to go to Hawaii alone. They want to bring a team with them. And I want the same for my team too. So we got to put work into this area, guys. This is such a worthy area that you put work in, because it is so worth it to have a growing team and to be in momentum. Okay, so here's where it gets a little interesting, because you may be thinking, well, all these 3 girls, they probably joined her, the month of August, and now they're ranking up. Wrong. Look at this timeline, you guys. These are the 4 women that ranked up on my team last month. Suzanne here, she joined over 2 years ago. She just decided to start working in August. Samantha joined over a year and a half ago. Just went senior silver last month. Miranda S, she joined, 9 months ago, just went senior silver. And Liz, the gal I've been taprooting with, she joined in the spring, just went senior silver. So let's talk more about that. Actually, I'm going to wrap back around that. Oh my gosh, at the end. So I want to dive in with each of these gals here and talk a little bit about their stories and where they came from and how I got them to where they are now, right? The how is so important. So this is Suzanne. She's amazing. She's actually in California, and it's the best story ever because she was a random corporate place join on my team. I was in my back office 2 years ago in August, and I was like, who's this Suzanne lady? I never joined a Suzanne. And I realized that corporate actually will drop you a join every now and then to take care of if they sign up without a sponsor. So I was thinking, okay, well, I'll try to connect with her. And over my last 4 years, I maybe have maybe out of 10 people, maybe 1 or 2 has actually connected with me. She did connect with me. She text messaged me back. And so we ended up developing a relationship. We got on the phone, realized she was a Christian. I was a Christian. She's a homeschooler. Now I'm a homeschooler. It was so cool. It's total God connection. And so I, initiated that connection with her. Well, what happened was she started liking her product. She started sharing casually in person. She's a yellow. She loves the face-to-face interaction. And she got 2 joins almost a year after she got started on her products. Here's the thing. She had no social media. None. And so it was really hard for me to figure out, how can I help her be successful? We were literally texting back and forth every now and then, and that was it. And honestly, sorry, Suzanne, she wasn't really coachable at that point. I talked to her about about welcome calls. It never went through. So I really had no connection with her people. I wasn't able to support them. So they ended up falling off eventually. And I think it was financial reasons. Just a backstory. She also had tried another MLM in the past and did not have success because she didn't have resources. She didn't have leaders reaching out. She didn't have support. So fast forward 2 years into her products, and through, I think, more God steps, she decided that she's going to jump fully into this opportunity at the end of August. We got on a 1-hour Zoom. I answered questions for her. I inspired her. She got off the Zoom, and literally about probably 20 minutes later, she says, okay, I talked to my mentor, talked to my friend. She says, I should go for this. I'd be amazing. How do I get started on Facebook? So that was one of the biggest obstacles because she did not want to be on social media. And so it was just amazing. She went silver in her first month of sharing. And so I asked her, what was it that I did that kept you here and kept you open to Plexus and this opportunity? And she said, it was a continuous, notice that word. It's not connecting with me once every 6 months. It's continuous connection with her, staying in touch, asking how she's doing, staying engaged, being present for her, despite she wasn't on social media. She wasn't on the team page. She wasn't on the gut health page. That little text chat was the only thing we had. And so I would share videos and tools with her that I thought she might find helpful. And it came back to timing, which seems to be a pattern with all my people. But then also she said, just building that trust, because to her, I was a stranger at first. She took the leap of faith, and now here we are. And then when I asked her some more questions, she said, you know what, Abby, like, I knew the products worked. I had big dreams and goals, which I never knew about this. She said, but one day it just clicked in August. And you know what, guys, because I was constant with her and consistent and showing up and supporting her and loving her with her products, I was there. I was there when she said, I want to get started. I want to work this business. I want to be successful. And I know she will. I was there. And so that is amazing, because if I just went away, was like, well, she's just a simple product user. I don't even know her. She's way across the country. I mean, all we have is this little text chat. She probably would have joined somebody else, or she would have never been able to discover all that God has to offer her through this opportunity. So I'm so thankful for his timing and my consistency with that. So with Suzanne, I wanted to show a few screenshots just of things I've used to support my people over the years. So the first two there are just casual drop-ins. I mean, that's how I'd drop in. I'd ask things about her life and find out things about her. I would share with her little tools to build her belief in the products, but also thinking, well, if she likes this video, she'll go share it with other people in her life. So I was kind of hoping to spark that sharing process. And then, guys, this was it. She messaged me one day and said, oh, I was trying to get on this momentum thing. And I was thinking in my head, momentum, that sounds like corporate. Is she thinking about doing the opportunity? So I was reading between the lines, and that I think was maybe July or August. And that's where I was like, that started this all. And so I dropped a seed. I said, you're always at the back of my mind as far as someone who could be very successful, right? That's bold, that's confident, that's casting vision, that's showing her, that she can do this. And so long story short is she said, I feel like I need to take this leap. And I was like, yes. So I said, let's get on a Zoom. I have so many things I want to ask you and talk about, right? I wasn't going to go through text anymore. So August was our first face-to-face meeting. And now this most furthest right shot is I do a mind prep Monday on Monday with my team. So every morning, Monday at 7 a.m., I get on with maybe 5, 6, 8 people, and we do a devotion, we pray together, and I love it. And I plugged her right into that community because I knew that she was a Christian. I knew that she would love the community, and she, as you can see, like, that's just what she's been needing. So it's so awesome to see how Plexus is fulfilling so many things for her. All right, Samantha is my second gal. She's complete cold market, connected with her 2 years ago. She was open to sharing. Oh, and actually we never got on a welcome call. I tried to initiate a welcome call with her, and honestly, our communication was pretty sparse during the first 2 years. And so I think by the time she finally got back to me, she was ready on the products. So long story short, guys, if for some reason you can't get on a welcome call or make it work because of that person, you can still make it work, right? You can still make it work. So she was actually open to sharing the first few months on the products. She did a first post, and actually there are quite a few women interested. We got some three-way chats set up, but what happened was, just because I think of timing and how much she wanted to invest in this, all the chats went silent, and then it was just kaput from there, unfortunately. But what happened is one of those women actually reached back out to Samantha, I think maybe 6-9 months ago, and said, hey, remember that plexus? I want to get started. And so I was like, sweet, okay, I'll help her get started, because at this point, Samantha, had nothing to do with the business at this point. She was just a product user. So I got this gal signed up. I believe I did a welcome call with her. Maybe Samantha was on it. And then I went to Samantha and I said, you know what? If you get 2 more people, you're going to go silver. Do you know what that means? You're going to make X amount of dollars. Could you use that extra cash right now? And she came back with yes. They had debt they had to pay off in their family. And I learned she's motivated by money, just like me. And so I was discovering her why, right? Hello, there's her why. And so you better believe I started casting bigger vision. I mean, I'm not talking hundreds of dollars. I'm talking thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars with her now. So I also realized as I got to know her, asked good questions, spent time with her on Zoom, phone calls. I actually haven't met her in person yet, but I realized we have core values in common. And she's someone that I wanted to spend more time with. So I started casting that bigger vision. I shared a story of a jewel with her that I thought she could really relate with her career path and how she quit her career and where she is now. And that really inspired her. And then I just started calling out her potential and her strengths. And I spent more time coaching and training her. So when I asked her, what made this time of sharing more successful than your first time? Because you guys, if you do have somebody who, and I feel like I'm talking a million miles a minute, but hopefully this is good content. I can't see the chat, but I'm just going to assume it is. She said, so if you have someone who shares right away in the beginning, and then maybe they aren't successful or timing is off, guys, do not count that as a fail. This person could very well come back and be very successful. So don't give up on people. But she said that what made her more successful this time was that she had a better understanding of the products. She had been on the products longer, so she could see now those long-term things that were happening in her body. She also had the support of her husband and myself. And then timing, again, you guys, she said, we really want to leave our careers. We really want to leave our careers. They want to live debt-free. They want more time. They want to pursue what they're really passionate about. So again, if I had not connected with her and kept the personal connection going in the product support, she wouldn't be where she is. And so it's always timing, you guys. Okay, so then here's some things with her. She's in a really, really hard line of work, parole work. And so she doesn't get acknowledged. She doesn't get recognized. She's had a really hard time trusting people. And Plexus has really opened her eyes to, there are good people out there. There are people worth investing in. It is worth it for me to, get vulnerable and open up to other people. So it's been really beautiful. But I mean, just sending her things like, you increased points on your team. I do that with my team, and just a little hug, like, hey, you're doing amazing. Look at what you're doing. Asking questions like, hey, you just got $100 bonus. What is this going to do for you and your family? So it's bringing meaning to the money, right? It's just not a $100 bill that's going in their wallet. What are they going to pull that $100 out for? What are they going to use it for? How is it going to benefit their family? And so making that personal connection, that emotional connection with people is so key. Talking about belief and mindset a lot, and she's willing to grow through it, which I love. And so, belief in all 3 areas. Where are they at? Where can we work in an area? And then the middle one, there's just training. I mean, I love recruiting. And so I'm pretty consistently sending over screenshots of, hey, here's a flow of a conversation. Take a look, break it down. Let me know if you have any questions, but just trying to equip my people as they're learning and growing. Casting vision, you guys, when you all are in Hawaii and you want to inspire your team, snap a picture and then, send them a voice clip, send them a video, send them a little text saying, I'm thinking about you. You can be here. Those little things can be the most meaningful for people. And then lastly, she was the very first one to earn the smartwatch on our entire team last month. And so she got her watch a while back and I said, snap a picture, like make a post, be proud of this. And she had also said that she was so amazed that corporate called her. I mean, what other companies out there do that, you guys? So just, making it, making people aware of, hey, we have something different here. We get acknowledged, we get celebrated, we get amazing gifts in the mail. So then Miranda was also total cold market. Her husband is a doctor. She has a degree in physiology. As I started learning this, I was like, wow, she's really green. I'm going to have to really work on this with her. So yes, she was very, very skeptical in the beginning. So skeptical that I was like, I don't know if I'm going to get this girl on the products. And I don't normally have those feelings. And she was not open to sharing. But I did have a gut feeling about her. I don't know if you guys have ever had a gut feeling about somebody where you're like, she's going to do this. She's going to be successful. She can do this. She's part of our team. So I had a gut feeling about her. So I was willing to continue to patiently pursue her, which I know she appreciated. But I met up with her in person, again, out of my comfort zone to initiate, hey, let's go take a walk. Let's meet up for the first time. But I knew that's what needed to be done. So I'm going to do it. And so we built that friendship, that connection. I got to know, like, she was totally green. I'm like, oh, you need the research. You need the data. She ended up looking up every single ingredient, did all the research. And so what happened was that was what she needed. She said, I need this in order to share. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna get all the tools in your hands. And so what happened is she built her belief and she realized the impact these products could have on others. And she started to share. And so, and, I really wanted her to be part of my team. And I honestly had a really hard time finding her pain point. And so you guys know me, I asked lots of good questions. So I had all this information about her family, her background, why she does things, how she spends her days. But I was like, I don't know if she's going to ever share. I really had doubts about it because they're financially secure, very, very, very busy, 4 kids, involved with her church, Bible study. She has a bakery. And I'm like, I don't know if she's going to spend time doing this. But you guys, what happened is such a beautiful thing is she realized the impact of these products and how much it had changed in her health when other people started saying, Miranda, you look so good. What happened, right? Being a product of the product. She started sharing and she realized that she had something life-changing that could give moms back their life because that's what it did for her. And then I also learned that she's super competitive. She loves prizes, even maybe more than me, which is very rare. And so I love it because when the Nikes came out, she's like, Nikes, what? So, just figuring out people and what are they motivated by? Well, obviously she loves a good contest. She loves prizes. So I know that I'm going to really amp her up with that and be very in tune with that throughout this month. But she's a hard worker. She's independent. She's willing to grow. And that's someone I want to link arms with. And so again, if I had not gone with my gut feeling with her, if I had not connected with her, we wouldn't be where we are. And I truly believe that God's helping her step into being more of who she was created to be. So which tool was pivotal for her? So that she told me it was a 25-minute video of Brooke and Thomas Hemingway. I can't see the title there. Plexus for Medical Professionals, I think it is. They're sitting like this at their desk or at a table and they're just talking casually. She said that was what she needed for the products and the opportunity. She's like, no offense, Abby, but with, my husband's degree and me being in physiology, she's like, I needed to hear it from a medical professional. I'm like, no offense. Like, I don't have that information. So know what tools your people might need. And then a few shots for her. Again, keywords like science. What does the science do? I'm like, that's a green. She needs more research. She needs more data so that she feels confident. She was one that was very, very skeptical that these products were going to do anything for her with all the research she's done in her life. And so I knew she was someone I was going to have to intentionally be tuned into as far as helping her get her results. And for me, I really had to take ownership of, okay, I'm showing up with a retention system. I'm showing up with support. I'm helping her with her water. I'm giving her all the tips for success. But at the end of the day, I didn't know. I didn't know if she's going to get her results because I knew she was skeptical, but she's had amazing results now. But just showing up as that supporting person, as that trainer, as that coach as much as you can, and helping her with tips, right? She wasn't getting her water in. Okay, let's figure this out. Let's problem solve. And then one last tip with her, when we did meet up, I was like, let's take a picture of our pink drinks. And in my mind, I'm thinking this is going to be her post. And so, take a picture with your person, and that might be more comfortable for them in doing a post rather than, hey, go do your own pink drink post. And so she did post, and actually she was very vulnerable in what she posted. So that was awesome. All right, last gal here is Liz, and she's cold market to me. I don't know. I think she's cold market to her sponsor, but she's a Taproot. And so her sponsor actually did a really good job of helping her get started with sharing. A few months into her journey, they did a messenger chat event together, and it went really well. I think she had maybe 2 joins from that, and she went silver back in July. So I was in my back office hunting around, looking at joins, and I saw this girl, Elizabeth, and I was like, who's this? And so I had asked her sponsor questions about her. Does she have potential? And so I went and friended her on Facebook. So leaders, always be looking at your team, see who's coming into your team, go and friend people that have potential and start connecting with them, and, start taprooting right away and offering support and encouragement, whatever it might be. So I went in there all excited for her to hit silver, and that's really what started our connection. So I did start connecting with her more. I went ahead and initiated an hour Zoom in August with her. Again, very much out of my comfort zone, have no idea about this woman. But I decided to take her under my wing as her sponsor has stepped away from sharing. So I took time to get to know her and helped cast more vision as to what this opportunity could do for her. We talked about financial things and kind of how that was her motivation, but come to learn later on, she's a nurse, she's a yellow. And I'm like, oh, she's going to be really wanting to help people and share and impact. And so I've come to learn really money it is, but it isn't her biggest motivator. And it's been really neat to watch her because she was the same as me, where we kind of just coasted through life. We didn't get out of our comfort zone. We really didn't care about growth and going to the next level in our career. And so it's been really neat to share feel, felt, found. Like, I was there, but Liz, this is what your life's going to look like. This is how much you're going to grow when you're willing to dive in with this opportunity, this community, and grow with us and get out of your comfort zone. So it's been really neat to see her take those steps. She's one that wants to know all the things and be organized. So I got dough in her hands, got specific tools so she feels more confident there. And she just sent a picture how she set up her small workspace today. And so that was really fun to see. She had quite a few objections that we worked through. She had, no previous network marketing experience whatsoever. And so really was like, what does it look like to work a business? Like, how does that even work? But she didn't want to be salesy. And so just talking through that with her, feel, felt, found, sending videos, helping her craft a message that was authentic to her. And then just keeping her focused on other people, right? You want to help people, so let's focus on them rather than how you feel in this conversation or sending out messages. She had a little bit of a hard time seeing value in the retention system because her sponsor, which is now out of the system, didn't do it with her, didn't follow up. And so she was like, well, why do I need to do this? So just kind of working through that with her, and, this is why we do this. So this is why it's successful. This is how it's going to help people stay on board. So kind of giving her perspective. And playing, yes. And then same thing, limiting beliefs hasn't really been pushed in her past or pushed herself. And so also working through that too. So with Liz, I love the 12 excuses of Christmas. Any sort of mindset issues that people are having, you can pull a little video from that, have them watch it and give you feedback. I sent her Diamond Doc, Laura Robinson, another nurse. And I was like, you can do this. You can be successful. And that kind of got her wheels turning. And so you guys, when we think of casting vision, it's not this big, luminous, huge thing. It can be a little thing here and there of just planting seeds, right? Again, keywords like, I want to know about organization. Like, do I need to get a laptop? And so just, helping her figure out what it looks like to run a business. getting her invited and connected. I invited her to our team get together, like, hey, come see us, come see how we're normal, come be a part of us. You can totally fit in. And then lastly, if you don't know your people really well, send them tests to take, like build the value of it, but take the strengths test. I can't wait to hear who you are as an individual and how you can use your strengths here, or take this color test or Enneagram, and that can give you a really good idea of how they communicate, what their strengths are, what their colors, what are they motivated by. So those tests are really helpful. Oh, wow, I did good. I think it's because I talk so fast. Okay. Kind of wish we had a question and answer time, but okay. So recap, guys, do not give up on people or their potential ever. Stay in connection with your product users until forever. I didn't want to say until they die or you die, because that doesn't sound good, but stay in contact with them forever. Be excited times 1,000. Be excited and then be even more excited, because excitement is contagious. So if you're not excited about this month and the bonuses and the Nikes, well, then you need to figure out a way to get excited, because if you're excited, your team will be excited. Continue to follow up about the opportunity in a non-pushy way. We have tons of videos on this until they say yes, and then stay emotionally detached. In my mind, I have a confidence of, you'll join me, you're going to share eventually, you're going to do this opportunity. And so I'm just emotionally detached because I'm confident and I'm like, okay, I did my touch. Now I'm going to go connect with my next person. Don't try to put all your eggs in, one basket where you're like so zoned in on just a few people that you forget of all the other people out there that could absolutely benefit from this opportunity too. Consistently be helping new joins go silver, consistently, and painting the bigger picture for them. Remember that revolving door. Don't get stuck in micromanagement mode. That was my fault, my error, and I've learned. And go start new momentum on your team. Go get some inspiration and fire going. And then lastly, get to know your people. Get to know your people, care about your people, know their goals and their dreams, and just help them be successful, because that's your job. That's your responsibility. And I know that you can go and do it.